Musical note, dramatic intro, music rises. Camera zooms in slowly on host's shocked expression. Host, intense tone. Wait, did Kate Martin really say Caitlin Clark saved her from Aya Wilson? This story is absolutely wild. After a heated WNBA matchup between the Las Vegas Aces and the Indiana Fever, emotions ran high. Words were exchanged, tempers flared, and according to Kate Martin herself, her former Iowa teammate and best friend, Caitlin Clark, stepped in at just the right moment. What happened on that court wasn't just about basketball. It was about loyalty, friendship, and respect, and it's left fans everywhere talking. Kate's shocking post-game confession has gone viral, sparking massive debate across social media. Was Aya Wilson out of line? Did Caitlin Clark overstep? Or was this just raw competition spilling over? In today's video, we're breaking down the full story, every heated moment, every quote, and every reaction that has the WNBA world buzzing. The rivalry ignites. The tension between the Fever and the Aces had been brewing for weeks. Every matchup felt personal. Hard fouls, stare-downs, and plenty of trash talk. The Aces, led by Aya Wilson, were the defending champs. The Fever were the hungry underdogs powered by Caitlin Clark's hype. During one particularly physical game, Aya Wilson and Kate Martin collided under the basket. Words were exchanged, and the look on Aya's face said it all. She wasn't backing down. What no one expected was how quickly Caitlin Clark would react. She sprinted across the court, putting herself directly between her teammate and the Aces star. Cameras caught it all, Clark pointing, Aya shouting, teammates holding them apart. It wasn't just a scuffle. It was a statement. The viral moment. Within minutes, clips of the altercation flooded social media. On TikTok and X, formerly Twitter, fans replayed the footage in slow motion. Some captioned it, "Caitlin Clark always rides for her teammates." Others joked, "Aya messed around and found out who she's dealing with." But amid the memes and hot takes, one detail stood out, Caitlin's face. She wasn't angry. She was furious. Her body language screamed, "Not my teammate. Not today." Even broadcasters were stunned. One commentator said, live on air, "That's the first time I've seen Caitlin look genuinely protective out there." The moment symbolized more than just a defensive move. It showed Caitlin's leadership, her emotional connection to Kate, and her unwillingness to let anyone cross the line. Chapter 3. Kate Martin speaks out, 150 words. After the game, reporters swarmed the locker rooms, eager for answers. When Kate Martin finally stepped to the microphone, she surprised everyone with her honesty. "Yeah, things got intense out there," she said. "But Caitlin had my back like she always does. She literally saved me from saying something I might regret." Her tone was calm, but heartfelt. Fans noticed she seemed emotional when talking about Caitlin. "We've been through everything together, from Iowa practices to this. She's family, and family protects each other." Those few sentences changed everything. What the media framed as a near fight, Kate reframed as friendship. Suddenly, fans weren't talking about drama. They were talking about loyalty, teamwork, and sisterhood. Kate's words painted Caitlin not as a controversial rookie, but as the heart and soul of the Indiana Fever. Aya Wilson response. Of course, Aya Wilson wasn't going to stay silent. In a post-game interview, the Aces star gave her side of the story. "Look, I play hard," she said. "It's never personal. People make it bigger than it is. But I'm not backing down from anyone." While Aya didn't mention Caitlin or Kate by name, her tone said plenty. She smirked when asked about Clark's involvement, replying, "Everybody wants to be the hero, huh?" That quote blew up instantly. Fans took it as a subtle jab at Caitlin. Some accused Aya of being jealous of Clark's attention. Others said she was just tired of every WNBA storyline revolving around the rookie phenom. Either way, her words added fuel to the fire, and the rivalry between the Fever and the Aces officially became the hottest in the league. The locker room reaction. Behind closed doors, Fever players reportedly rallied around Caitlin and Kate. Insiders told reporters that Stephanie White praised Clark's leadership, saying, "That's the energy we need, protecting each other." Aaliyah Boston, the team's powerhouse center, also spoke up during practice. "This team's got heart. We fight together. Kate and Caitlin were seen laughing together in the tunnel later that night, brushing off the tension. The moment strengthened the Fever's bond, and even some rival players admitted it showed real chemistry. Still, whispers spread across the league. Was Caitlin's fiery defense of Kate empowering or provocative? No matter the take, one thing was clear: Clark and Martin weren't just teammates. They were sisters in arms, ready to take on anyone who tested that bond. The Iowa connection. Their bond didn't start in Indiana. It started years ago at the University of Iowa. Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin shared practices, heartbreaks, and victories long before the WNBA spotlight. Kate once called Caitlin her little sister, even though she's older, because Clark always brought that fiery, fearless energy. When Caitlin got drafted by the Fever and Kate later joined her, fans dubbed them the Iowa Duo. They'd been through the grind together, and that trust carried over to the pros. So when Aya Wilson got too close for comfort, Caitlin didn't even think. Instinct kicked in. She stepped up, just like Kate had always done for her in college. That's what made the moment special. It wasn't about ego. It was about history. Their friendship was bigger than basketball. Fans react online. The fan base went into overdrive. On Reddit, threads exploded with titles like, Caitlin Clark's loyalty. Kate and Caitlin are the definition of team chemistry. One viral tweet read, Caitlin doesn't just score points. She defends people's hearts too. Others applauded Kate for being so genuine. You can tell that friendship is real. No PR team can fake that. The Aces fan base, however, fired back, defending Aya Wilson as a fierce competitor unfairly painted as the villain. Debate raged for days, but one thing everyone agreed on: the WNBA had never been this entertaining. Media frenzy. Sports talk shows across the country picked up the story. ESPN, Fox Sports, and Bleacher Report ran segments titled, Did Caitlin Clark Go Too Far? And Kate Martin's Loyalty Moment. Analysts debated the fine line between passion and provocation. Stephen A. Smith even chimed in, saying, That girl Caitlin Clark is built different. She's not just a scorer, she's a leader. And leaders protect their people. The clip went viral instantly. Even non-sports fans started sharing it, admiring Caitlin's loyalty and confidence. Sponsors took notice too. Brands started calling the Fever the most relatable team in sports. What began as a fiery on-court moment turned into a cultural talking point about friendship, leadership, and accountability. Caitlin and Kate weren't just trending. They were inspiring people everywhere. Kate's heartfelt message. A few days later, Kate Martin posted something that melted hearts. On Instagram, she shared a photo of her and Caitlin hugging after the game, captioned, Through it all, always my teammate, always my sister. The post racked up over 500,000 likes within hours. Fans flooded the comments. This is what sports are about. Protecting your people, that's real love. Kate later said in an interview, Everyone saw a heated moment. What I saw was my best friend making sure I was okay. Her words silenced critics and reignited admiration for the Fever duo. The photo wasn't just an image, it was a symbol. Through noise, pressure, and headlines, the bond between Kate Martin and Caitlin Clark proved unshakable. The legacy moment. As the season rolled on, the Fever kept climbing, and the chemistry between Caitlin and Kate became legendary. Analysts began calling them the heartbeat of Indiana. Aya Wilson eventually commented again, saying, Hey, it's all love. Those girls are hoopers. I respect it. Fans appreciated the mutual respect, but they also knew this rivalry wasn't over. The next Fever versus Aces game became must-see television, drawing record-breaking ratings. But win or lose, one thing was clear. The story of that save would live on. Kate and Caitlin showed the world that loyalty in sports still exists, that behind the rivalries, the media noise,